All right, we are recording.
And I should be connected. Rotated the camera back towards me. So I wanted to explain, I wanted to do a short film with the video camera. However, there's a lot of people around here and I just feel flat out stupid doing it. So, today is test the loadout. Make sure everything's strapped on right, functioning correctly. Find any loose points, hopefully. See how everything does traveling. And it looks like it's going to do okay. Real pleased with the highway pegs. Real pleased with the dry bag. Be doing real. However, my knee pad inside my pants seem to have moved. And the GoPro's a little bit crooked. Right though. Big deal. Went up the back roads up to Ashland from the house, and then I went 95 up to this exit right before Fredericksburg. Now I'm taking the back roads back over to, well, it's bobbling quite a bit over there on the mirror, the GoPro is. I'm going to take the back roads over to Orange, Virginia. Goal today is just to run out a tank of gas. Don't really have any particular destinations in mind for the day. Just out putting around. I think this is a straight lane. Gotta sneeze. No. It'll wait until I have to go. I'm sure. So, made a couple changes to the loadout this year. Notice that tall vertical bag behind me. It's a Nelson Rig dry bag. Brent had one that looked very appealing. I asked him about it. And the bike, it's 1400. Sorry? I couldn't hear a damn word he said. But he was admiring the bike. That's cool. Another guy was liking the bike. He said he was a rider. I'd imagine he was a Harley rider. What was I talking about? The bag. Yeah, the Nelson Rig bag. The black vertical bag that's right behind me. Brent has one and used it for a month or so or whatever, and asked him how he was liking it. He said he loved it. It was working real well. I was looking at dimensions of it online. The largest bag, I thought the dimensions were big enough I could combine a couple items inside there and I might be able to eliminate one of my luggage bags. So finally got it, and put all the stuff in it, and it worked. It eliminated one of the pieces of luggage. Normally, before I don't put the sleeping bag inside of a luggage bag. I just strap it on top by itself. It has a little like cloth bag that the sleeping bag goes into, and last year we got rained on. It got a little wet, just a little. I mean, it was just right at the feet of my sleeping bag. It was wet, and I normally don't sleep in the sleeping bag zipped up, so. But still, it was a nuisance, and I thought, if we get just rained on for a couple of days, I'm going to be in trouble, because that last year I got fortunate. It was only just a Wheel Creek rain burst we got, and we were dry the rest of the week. We're going up north there by the lake. There could be some lake effect rain, spot showers or whatever frequently. And I just think it's a good idea to try to keep everything you got as dry as you can. You never know. So the bag fit inside the dry bag, which eliminated a component of luggage, and able to stand up because of the side attachments that come built into the Nelson rig. It gives you a lot of flexibility with tying off, and that was very appealing. And standing it up worked. It is working as of right now. It's working pretty well. The bag I had before, the biggest problem was, like airplane luggage. Luggage for traveling. If you're going to go on an airplane these days, they charge by the pound. So if you're going to do any air travel, you're probably going to want to get new luggage. In the last year or so, the last few years, they've been selling really durable, lightweight luggage. And, the luggage that we have right now is over 10 years old. And if you have any really old luggage like that and compare it to today's luggage, it's a phenomenal difference. It's absolutely huge. That's what this old bike bag was that I had. That would go on the back seat. It by itself was, I'm guessing, at least 5 to 7 pounds by itself. It had a real heavy-duty straps on the bottom of the bag that you could use for a backpack when off the bike. It had a real heavy rubber mat that was on the bottom of it to give it grip on the seat, try to keep it from sliding around. Had 2 really big heavy-duty bungee cords on it to anchor it to the bike. It was intended to sit between. It was part of a set that I had for the old SV650. The tail bag had a bunch of connectors on it that would link to the saddlebags that came with it. So it was a really versatile bag, and it expands and opens up. It has little zippers on it. And it's like an accordion, it can open up, expand, get a little bit bigger, carry more stuff. It was a really versatile bag. Really loved it. Used it for a number of years. It's still in great shape. But I was looking to reduce my weight load for this trip in luggage, looking to reduce the amount of luggage that I was going to haul, make it a little better. Last year I had that bag, the sleeping bag on top of it, the tent on top of that, and then the bedroll for the air mattress. And then I had another duffel bag on top of that. So you could just barely see driving behind me. It was a really bulky loadout. It worked just fine. It was so bulky, though, and some of the things that I had, like the sleeping bag, the tent, the air mattress, and the duffel bag, did not have tie-down ability. You had to put something big over top of it, and what I ended up using was just a ratchet strap. So I didn't like that because it was one tie-down component that if it failed or loosened up, I could stand to lose several pieces of my luggage. It worked though. It worked just fine. You know, you just check it every time you stop, take a break or whatever. But I didn't like it. And this road trip we're doing this year, you know, we're camping every night, so you're unpacking and packing every evening and every morning. This is actually, looks like a pretty decent road. If I stop talking, I'm focusing on my road here. I got some cars behind me. The speed limit's only 50 miles an hour. Some nice little twisties right here. Pretty gentle turns. I've never been on this road before. This is just pure chance. Finding a road with some turns. Orange County, Orange area, Orange, Virginia is located north side of Virginia toward the foothills and getting closer to Maryland, about right in the middle of Maryland. Lots of hillsides and foothills and stuff up in Orange area. Usually a lot of good roads. Just about any of the roads up there, they're not going to be straight. They're going to have some turns every now and then. I'm just going the speed limit right now, and this guy behind me, he doesn't seem to be in a hurry. He's not tailgating me anyways. So we're taking a left up here. Agana Parkway. 208. Not going for it. Tightened up the foot pegs. They were a little loose. I noticed whenever I was doing the exit ramp turnaround on the way back from the motorcycle shop, when they fixed it, the foot peg fell down due to the lean angle of the bike. I didn't like that. I don't want those foot pegs down unless I put them down. So it's only 45 through here. Yeah, I'm going to have to readjust the knee pads in my pants. They seem to have shifted a little bit. Yeah, you take them on and off all the time. I probably haven't looked at those knee pad positions for over a year. They tend to adjust a little bit and move. They're just Velcroed in place. They don't need to move much. They move down and to the left just a tad. So I wanted to see what myself and the luggage and everything looked like riding down the road. You know, I miss that feeling of the top heaviness. It's like having a pylon rider on the back seat when you're loaded out like this. Makes the front wheel really nimble. A lot of weight on that back part of the bike, suspension. We're going to be going 14 miles on this road. Glad it's got some turns. Pretty gentle, but at least it turns a little bit. I can't believe this helmet venting is just amazing. I haven't done much riding for the last year until about a month or so ago. A month and a half, 2 months ago, I started riding a little more. That GoPro is pretty awesome. It's a whole different setup this year. I should be spending a lot less time with it, you know, trying to configure it and get it ready for recording. Eliminated the wire. This is a Bluetooth audio connection now. Thanks to my dad, he got me a Sena Bluetooth adapter, backpack adapter for the GoPro. Got that for me for my birthday. Thank you, Dad. And the cool thing about it is it'll record anybody who's talking to me on the intercom. So we should make it a little more interesting to watch the videos here in the communication. Brent and I, and then Jeff whenever we get joined with Jeff. You know, the feel that you get whenever you're going into turns, you get used to it in your bike and the feel of it all. And then you load the bike out like this, and that feeling's gone. You gotta learn how the bike is handling different. It's reacting differently. A lot of the weight's on the back of the bike. It's kind of reducing the weight on the